morning. Is it morning? Yes, it's still morning. I wasn't sure. It's Saturday. Anyway, I'm on my way to get a haircut, and it's about 15 minutes away, so I thought I would make a little video. There were two things, but I can only do one. I only have time for one. And I'm trying to think which one that one was. So yesterday I was talking about, I think it was yesterday, I think the title of the video was, you can make anything happen, but can you keep it? And the way I left the video, the way I made the video, it made it seem as if, for some of you, you probably, received it in this way, where you felt like I was saying you can make anything happen, meaning you can make anything in your life happen, or you can attain things in your life, whether it's, accomplishments or actual physical things. You can attain those things, but can you keep them? And the way I was explaining it, it seemed like, and I probably partly was explaining it in this way because I know this is how most people understand things. They understand law of attraction in terms of things that you get, accomplishments that you make. But actually what the universe is doing, what the laws are doing, it really doesn't have anything to do with the stuff. It really doesn't have anything to do with the accomplishments. What the law of attraction is doing is, I guess in order to understand this, you have to understand that you are a soul, and the soul only recognizes emotions, feelings and emotions. That's it. That's what the soul recognizes. So you have to understand, well, you don't have to, but it would be in your best interest if you did understand it from this perspective, because then you're not governed by these things, and you understand why these things are even here to be had, whether it is an accomplishment or a physical thing. So the universe or God's laws are designed, okay, let's just look at it this way. God has designed all the universal laws on purpose to meet certain needs, to correct certain things, to reward those who live in love. And it's really not a reward. We call them rewards, but the Creator just wants us to have the best experience possible. It's like saying, here, experience this, here, experience that. So it's not about the things. The things are pretty much irrelevant, because when you die, all these things aren't going to mean anything to you anymore. So it's not the things that we should be focusing on. What we should be focusing on is what the law of attraction is focusing on. What we should be focusing on is what all the universal laws are focusing on. And that's how we feel. That's the emotions within us. Like these experiences are causing emotions, they're causing feelings. And that's the only thing that's important. So when I said that you can make anything happen, yes, you can make things happen, but the thing is, can you keep it? And so what the universal laws are asking you, like the law of attraction and the law of compensation, they're basically asking, can you maintain this good feeling? And the soul is dictating, no, you cannot. That's what the soul is doing. If it's a degraded soul, if your soul is degraded, and if you're on earth, then yes, you have a degraded soul because you have emotional injuries in it. So in order to not have a degraded soul, because the degraded soul has various, or I should say there's various, what word am I looking for? Various degrees of a degraded soul. And so someone can have a very, very dark degraded soul, or someone can have a slightly degraded soul. So that word, it really doesn't mean anything. It only means something to you and where you are in this moment. That's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing or what anybody has within their soul. What matters is what's in your soul. And so you should look at your own soul state. That's what's important. So I just wanted to put that out there in terms of the law of attraction. It's not about you receiving things. It's about you receiving the emotions and the feelings from these things. That's the only, it's like, can you maintain that? Can you keep that? So yes, you can make anything happen. You can manifest anything on this planet. You can, hey, look, if you wanted to build an organization, you can do that. But the question is, can you keep it? Because when you build something, you feel great about it. You feel good about it. The question is, are you able to keep that feeling? And if it's taken away from you or it's causing you a lot of stress, then no, you cannot maintain that feeling. That's all it's about. It's not maintaining the thing. It's not maintaining the organization. It's not maintaining the items that you you get by your willpower. That's not what's important. The importance is the feeling that you get from it. So can you maintain that feeling? And so when things are taken, like I had mentioned Oprah, like I said, hey, look, she's a billionaire. She can afford all kinds of things, but can she keep the feeling from having that? And the answer is no. And so though Oprah may have money, you think she's made it and she has, good, what they would probably say good karma, all this stuff that, you use in order to identify the things or how she feels from this stuff or why she has these things. No. The left and right, she is spending money that she would rather not spend. And so every time she has to spend something, she feels inside of herself, gosh, I'm losing money. What can I do to make more money in order for her to keep it? So there's a great deal of stress that comes along with her, that comes along with her life based on who she is and what she has. So it's not the money. People will look at the money and say, oh, she has a great life. No, it's the soul condition. That's all that matters. Because when she passes away, this is why these spirits, if you've ever listened to these channeled spirits that I put on there, some of them are very wealthy men and very wealthy women, and they end up in the pits of hell. So it doesn't matter the amount of money that they have. That's irrelevant. What happens is the feeling from it. And if you listen to these spirits, and even regular people who are still alive on Earth, there are a lot of miserable people. I brought up Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has a lot of money, but she's still angry. And so she has a lot of money. She's still angry, but so is the person in the projects. The people who live in the hood, they're angry, and so is Nicki Minaj. So the money doesn't mean anything. It's the soul condition. She came from the hood, and she still has all those emotional injuries within her. So it doesn't matter the money that she has. That's the illusion. That's the illusion she was reaching for. Not understanding it was an illusion. And that's what most people reach for. Not understanding that that is the thing that they are trying to use to take away the pain that they're feeling from the lack. But the lack is still within their soul. And this is why these spirits end up in dark places, because they still have the lack within their soul. They haven't cleaned that up. And they didn't learn how to clean that up. They just got Benjamins, a whole bunch of Benjamins, and that's it. But Benjamin can't do shit for your soul. Not a damn thing. And this is why it's important to work on yourself, to understand yourself, to learn what's within you and get that stuff out that causes you to have lack, so that you don't have to use your willpower. And, I said, this part-time job that I'm doing, apparently someone has entered in a class action lawsuit, and they entered my name into it, I guess because I'm an employee, and so I didn't even know this was going on. So I got a settlement, I didn't even do anything for it. Well, that's the law of attraction. And then I got another thing in the mail from the state. You know how people, I guess, if a company has money that's owed to someone and they never claim it, then they have to turn it over to the state, and the state's responsibility is to contact the person to see if they still want to claim this money or items or whatever it is. So I got one of those in the mail. So I have, a couple $100 coming to me from that, and I didn't have to work for that. It just came, So this is what I'm saying, and I had told you that my law of attraction was changing ever since, I was... if you listen to the other videos, then you knew that my law of attraction was kind of crap. I was having accidents, and then all of a sudden I just made a decision, a feeling within myself that I need to clean things up. I want things to be better, and I envisioned what that is, and so things just started changing automatically. I'm getting checks in the mail, I've already gotten 2 basically in the mail and doing nothing, so all these things change. But what I'm saying is, it's the condition of your soul that dictates what you get. And the thing is, if you have a good soul condition, or you change your soul condition, then that will allow the law of attraction to bring you things without you using your willpower to do it. So I didn't have to do anything for these things that are coming to me. But before, I was working left and right, left and right, left and right. And so this is what I'm saying. It's the soul that controls everything. It's not your willpower. You use your willpower. I should have got in that lane over there, but I wasn't paying attention. You use your willpower to try and get the things that you desire. So your desires and passions are all within your soul. And these things can happen, but if you force them to happen because your soul is saying you can't have them, you're not going to be able to maintain it. You're not going to be able to keep it. Because that feeling that feeling that you get, that was me screeching, by the way, that feeling that you get when you get whatever it is that you're receiving, that is what is important. It's what the soul is experiencing. It's experiencing the feelings. It's experiencing the emotions. And then the law of attraction says, you created this, but you're not worthy of that right now. I need to take that away. And that's when things start that's when things start leaving you. You start experiencing the feeling of lack. So you once had it, now you have to experience the lack of it. And that's what the universal law is doing. It's trying to show you that the feeling that you get from lack, the feeling that you get from having. So yes, you can use your willpower to have it, and that is part of the whole system as well. Like, you are able to create whatever you want, and that's to show you that you can create whatever you want. But at the same time, the universe is going to come right behind you and snatch it away. It's going to snatch it away. And that is what you're supposed to learn. Not, oh, I can get another one. And, you know, it's like when I told you that I had an accident in my car and I didn't feel the feeling of someone damaging my things and not caring. It's like they really didn't care about me, and because I'm the owner of the car, so they could care less about the owner of the car, what they felt, or, you know, if that person had enough money to even fix it or whatever. I mean, these people didn't give a crap. But if you've been listening to my videos, and you know that has been a theme in my life from childhood, like nobody cared. Like nobody cared. And so it's just a continuation, and that's what I was supposed to feel. But I told you I was, you know, all about this Abraham Hicks law of attraction thing, and I didn't allow myself to feel that. So what I did was like, you know, just focus on the positive, Zach. You have enough money to fix it. And I dismissed it. And this is why I said it's be careful who you listen to and the things that they're teaching you, because that's how I know. That's why I'm sharing this stuff with you people. I know I practiced the whole law of attraction thing with Abraham. I did the Bashar thing. I did the Pleiadians thing. I did the Cryon thing. I did all of it. That's how I'm able to understand it. But I'm only able to understand it because I've gotten out of it. So it's like someone being in Jehovah. Like my mother was a Jehovah's Witness. And then she got out of it. But she could only see the truth of what was going on with the organization when she got out of it, not when she was in it. Not when she was in it. That's a very difficult thing to do. And this is why I share this stuff, because I have the experience already. You know, I know people get mad at me because I say things about Cryon and Abraham and whatever. And yes, I did learn things from them, but ultimately they are not the final, say in terms of what is. They're just a fraction of it. But you have to be able to find what that fraction is and extrapolate it and use it. But don't buy everything that they say. You cannot buy the whole package. You cannot buy the whole package, people. You have to only pay. It's like, you go to, let's say you go to a fast food restaurant. And, you want the burger and the fries, but you don't want the drink because you're trying to cut back on sodas. But if you want the deal, you have to buy the whole package. And so if you buy the fries and the hamburger separately, it comes out to more than if you bought the whole thing with the drink that you don't want or need. And so you're forced to buy something, and you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. The great thing about this is if you just pick and choose in terms of what's going to help you, you'll be okay. You're not going to pay the price for not buying the whole package. In this respect, when it comes to your soul, when you buy the whole package, you're in trouble. And if you were to buy the whole package of the value meal and you eat the whole package, then you're in trouble. But you don't have to drink the drink. You can buy everything and get the deal, but you don't have to drink the soda. So you don't have to drink the things that are bad for you. You don't have to accept the things that are bad for you. Only accept the things that are good for you. And I'm not saying the hamburger and the fries are good for you. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying this is how you have to live your life. You have to use discernment and say, hey, you know what? This makes sense. This makes sense. But hey, you know what? This is too easy. Something's not right here. Follow that intuition that you have. If there's anything within you that questions something, then investigate it. But the problem is most people don't investigate. I'm going to park in the shade because I'm not trying to be in all these people's, I don't know, I'm not trying to be over there. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to say today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. And, yeah. And I may make one tomorrow if I have errands to run and I have a little time for a video, because there is something else that I wanted to talk about besides this. So again, have a great Saturday, everyone, and talk to you later. Bye now.